So if you had noticed on my first video, I kept saying I went through something and whatnot. Remember, you are witnessing me healing myself, so I need to take my time. I need to be patient to my nervous system or old self. I am learning to trust myself. I am learning to believe in myself that I am capable of creating my life or changing my life. So here's a thing. Since I'm going through that particular situation that I am not ready to be open up about it, but trying to teach others and sharing awareness about the situation. I think everybody goes through something, but we experience it differently because we go through different part of lives. Maybe yours it's at work, maybe mine it's at home, maybe your friend it's their businesses, maybe your cousin it's about their marriage, but the pain it feels the same, especially if you don't feel safe in that space or you are not being heard. So you keep on suppressing your emotions to fit into others or to make relationship works, which is something I no longer believe in. Where I grew up, my society, I wasn't set down and being taught this thing, but I could see it in my environment, movies, all around, that it's worth to stay in a certain space where you don't feel validated, maybe just because you're finding fewer benefits. Let me make an example about someone who doesn't work. You all do those things at home. You clean, you cook, you wash clothes, you help them around because you have nothing to do while they go to work. And then when you do that, let's say they abuse you maybe emotionally, you don't contribute anything. Maybe they will say like, you cook too much, that's why electricity runs quickly. Because at the back of my mind, you have rewired your consciousness and your nervous system. It feels safe there. You suppress your emotions. You're not gonna voice it out that you don't like it the way they talk to you or how they address things with you. Why is not that person saying, hey, can you please try cook, maybe make or prep meal so we can save electricity? Like just finding solution instead of saying that thing. Though other people, I feel like they doing it intentionally. That's who they are. They are meant to hurt other people. But in that case, you don't have to take it personal because they are showing who they are, and how you respond defines you. I may be a bit, so that's why I created this platform for myself, to share my emotions, my feelings, my past experiences, my present, and the future that you about to witness with me. So you don't necessarily take these things personal because it's about that person. But then what I have learned, you cannot stay in that space forever, especially if you live with them like full time. You need to try to create your own space. And mind you, where I am coming from, the situation that I'm facing, I am living with those people full time, so it gets difficult, trust me. But I have to fight. I have to listen to this video, and I didn't chase it. Like, it happens on its own time. you know. And when I mean time, it happens when I was ready to receive that information and be able to process it and then start apply it to my life, you know. Do you know how it feels if someone, I'm just making an example, I'm not saying that is what is happening in my life. It could be home, it could be at work, it could be my relationship, you know. So when that person says something bad to me that is mean, and when I address it, they're not listening, and then I apply the rule, let them be. From there on, I'm not gonna communicate it. When it happens, I replace what they are saying to me with a positive thought. I look at the things that I already have, like I practice gratitude, like the smallest things. I know they say there's nothing small in this world, but I try to look at the smallest things. Like I don't force my body or my lungs to breathe, it just happens naturally. I am grateful for that. I am grateful for the Wi-Fi that we have. I am grateful for the food that nourish my body. So that what keeps me going. Like I change my mind from negative thoughts to positive thoughts. That's how you change your life. That's why on the first video I mentioned that you have no one but yourself. Once you got you can do anything in this world. I'm not saying you cannot talk to anybody. You can have your small cycle or your people that you share whatever you are feeling or what you are going through, as long as you feel safe. For me, I have this one friend that I share with, but though I have learned to talk to myself, I start from myself. I'm journaling, I'm doing this and that, but sometimes when I feel overwhelmed, I'll try to reach out, because when I take it out to someone else, it feels much better. I don't know why. Even if it's just a VN, even if they are not listening to me in person, like we are sharing it in person, but I'll just drop a VN, and even if they respond after some time, I'll be fine. Just taking it out, it helps. And there'll come a time when I share these videos that help me to realize who I am, that saved me this situation. Even now saying this, my heart just goes boom, because I still miss that place. I still miss that place, and it's gonna take time because it's about my nervous system. I need to change my nervous system in order to set myself free from this situation and create a new life over it. One thing that I'm doing, let's say at your workplace, your job, they're not treating you well. Once the thought comes, just replace it by having a new job where everyone have the same goals. Whatever lacks in that environment, say the right thing, try to correct the right thing in the new job, that you feel safe. Because in life, or in this reality, we are in parallel lives. We are living in different parallels. So there is a parallel where you are happy, you are having all this thing that you need in your life. So you need to embody them by thinking positive, by putting yourself into that state, not the negative one. Though it's gonna take you time. If you are new in this video, and if you are new into this information, there's a lot that you need to process and start somewhere, like the basics. If there is something that you're not aware of or you don't understand, please comment down below. I'll create a video on that. I think that's how we can teach ourselves in this community. I am not controlling life, I just let life flows. Even now, I didn't plan this talk, just a topic came up just pop into my mind, and then I said, let me just share with my people. That's how lately I am living my life. I don't force things out. The pain comes up. Even now, it just pop up because I am going through it. But talking to you guys, it helps me to relieve it, to let it go. When it pops up, I tell myself, it's okay, you were young, you didn't know what was going on. Yes, there was that voice inside that I have been ignoring. Some people call the intuition or your higher self. It has been communicating with me, but because I wasn't being taught about it, I couldn't understand what was happening. Remember, there is that voice, and there's this world that was created by us. So I was relying to that source, meaning I was outsourcing myself. Meanwhile, everything is inside of me. So let me just keep it here for today. See you on the next one, and thank you for watching.